Welcome to my channel Good Health. Today we are going to learn about cardinal principle of homeopathy. There are mainly 7 type of cardinal principle in homeopathy. First one, law of similia. Second, law of simplex. Third, law of minimum. Fourth, principle of drug proving. Fifth, principle of chronic disease. Sixth, principle of drug dynamization. 7. Principle of vital force. Now we discuss one by one. First, law of similia. Homeos means similar and pathos means suffering. Similia similibus curantur, like cures like. Hahnemann gave a mandatory turn to this phrase and it became similia similibus curantur. Let likes be cured by likes. A substance that can artificially produce certain disease like symptoms on a healthy person. Only that substance can cure a similar disease. When it is given to the patient in the form of homeopathic medicine. From law of nature, it becomes an applied principle of a system of healing. For example, this law can be prominently seen in nature too, like illumination of a candle, which is weaker in nature, is completely outshadowed by the brilliant light of the sun, which is stronger in nature and differing in kind. Second, law of simplex. Simplex means administration of a single and only one remedy at a time. Hahnemann states in aphorism 272 to 274 during drug proving, drugs are proved singly and the symptoms then observed are compiled into the materia medica. In more than one remedy, doctor may get confused about the curative action. Third one, law of minimum. The dose and repetition of medicine has to be minimum to ensure that the treatment is safe and free from side effect. The curative effect of the medicine does not depend only on the selection of a similar remedy but also on the quantity of the medicine. This quantitative reduction of the medicinal substance is achieved by the method of potentization, which avoid the unwanted medicinal aggravation caused by crude substances and prevents chances of any organ damage. Fourth one, principle of drug proving. Drug proving is a systemic investigation and evaluation of the disease producing power of a substance on healthy human beings, different age groups, and people from different places. In drug proving, a drug or a medicine is administered to a group of relatively healthy individuals, which is called provers, until symptoms of ill health and disease appear in them. These provers are instructed to carefully observe and note all finer sensations, feelings, and emotions, or any subtle deviation in the normal functioning of the various organs and parts of the body. Drug proving must be on healthy human beings because of animals don't give subjective or mental symptoms. Symptoms of same drug upon the human and animal is different. We do not get the modalities from animal proving. After the proving is concluded, symptoms reported by the provers are carefully assessed, evaluated, classified, and grouped according to the part of the body affected and degree of severity. The end result of this work is compiled in a systematic order and the materia medica of the proved drug is created. Fifth one, principle of chronic disease. During Hahnemann time, apart from best homeopathic treatment, the chronic cases would return after a certain interval, while acute cases respond well. He found that a chronic disease is caused by chronic miasm, psora, psychosis, and syphilis. These three chronic miasms are the originators of all chronic maladies, in which psora plays the most vital role. It is the real fundamental cause of all disease. This theory was incorporated in the fourth edition of Organon of Medicine in the year 1829. But he published his classical work in 1838, Chronic Diseases, the Nature and Homeopathic Treatment. 6.1 Principle of Drug Dynamization. Hahnemann began the cure of the sick upon the basis of the law of similia by using drugs in their crude form. Many a times he observed aggravation in patients. He observed that the dose was too large and hence started diluting the drug on a definite scale. He found that the results were much better. He continued the process of dilution until he discovered that the curative power of drugs bore no proportionate relationship to the crude quantity. But by this peculiar and systemic method of dilution, based on a regular scale, the concealed curative power of otherwise inert substances were extracted. He named this process of drug dynamization as potentization. 7. Principle of vital force. Vital force is the invisible vital energy that animates each organism and is the most intimate spark, the essence of the individual. In health, it is this spirit like force that governs the life and maintains all the bodily sensation and function in equilibrium. In disease, there is dynamic derangement of the vital force, which leads to disharmony and alteration of all the bodily functions and sensations. Hahnemann has started in aphorism 9 and 10. The material organism without the vital force is capable of no sensation, no function, no self preservation. It derives all sensation and performs all function of life slowly by means of the immaterial being, the vital force which stimulates the organism in health and disease. Thank you. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.